Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to Club Musgrave for the round of 16 for the 2025 Musgrave Hill Easter Open Singles. And what a great match we got lined up here with Chris Monk playing against Brett Merkel. Crack of a game, these two. Should be an outstanding. Both of them are both in fine form. Watched a couple of their bowls this morning, and believe you me, they really deserve to be this far in. So looks as though Brett's won the mat and about to kick off. Matt pretty well back towards the end of the line, and looks as though Brett's going to throw a pretty good 3/4 length by the looks of it. Finish up just before the tee, not far away, probably right on the tee now. You see the green running absolutely superbly, but as we know here at Musgrave Hill, as the afternoon wears on, the shadows will come across and play a few little tricks with the players. Of course, this wonderful event couldn't be brought to you today if it wasn't for the great work of, for all your computing needs, Howard Day from Helensvale. He fixed our live streaming box yesterday, which is on Easter Saturday, and we'd like to thank Howard very much for his great work yesterday. You can contact Howard on 0457 585 540. What a great start there from Brett Merkel first up. As I said, this should be a quality game. So thank you very much, Howard, for all your computing needs, and of course and to Brett Feeney, who gave us Howard's phone number. We thank him very much also too. Okay, Chris Monk just going to sneak under again, though. Both of them, their weight absolutely spot on. They only had a one end roll up, so could take them a while to get the feel. A couple of ends. So Brett, I don't think Brett's, looks his first bowl, he's struggling too much. For this hand, it is turning, and the wind has probably turned around slightly compared to what it was when the last time these players were on the green. This is definitely the wider hand of the two by the looks of it. Another great looking bowl there from Brett. Now Chris may have to change over to his backhand. Well, no use mucking around with Chris Monk. Put one close, kitty in the ditch. What a great bowl there from Chris. Just seeing where the kitty is. It's Chris's bowl is shot in the ditch. You can see the kitty is just basically just in front of the, just to the right hand side of the number, and the bowl is right in front of the number by the looks of it. Pretty close to it anyway. Yeah, great bowl here from Brett. Not too sure if it's in or out from here, but yeah, Chris, I think is just gonna drop in. Yeah, not too sure. I think Brett just gonna call. Yep, he is holding with that last bowl was the call from the marker. Hey, good on you, Roy. Must be enjoying the telecast, buddy. Good to hear, mate. You got to be. You keep coming back all the time, bud. Hope you're keeping well, champion. Okay, Brett sticking to the forehand. As you said, he's probably around about 5 feet short of the ditch. So he's not too far away with that one neither. Still about 5 foot short. Okay, Chris. According to the marker, he put his finger up. Put his hand up with the fist closed for Brett, and he's just put it up for Chris too. Got one out anyway. Yeah, they've had to move now. This could be interesting. He's just had to move Chris Monk's bowl. Yeah, one to Brett. Yeah, he's put the mat back on the tee this time. You see this shadow just starting to sneak across now. It should be over by the end of this game, I'm assuming, or pretty much through the rink. Yeah, Brett's definitely going 2 to 2. Is it going to stop in time? No. Chris automatically grabs the mat and brings it up. Yeah, good roll by Chris. See the green running on superbly here this afternoon. Okay, Brett on the mat at the moment playing his backhand back towards the car park here at Club Musgrave. He's really applied some pressure with this first bowl, Brett Merkel. He's just a little bit runny with this one though. Okay, Chris had the opportunity to roll the kitty. Should have good feel on this one. Yeah, not a bad starter. Not bad at all. Okay, Brett. It's a perfect shot of his delivery. Very consistent player over the years, Brett. Yeah. Is he going to sit Chris out? Yeah, very good attempt by Brett, but be pretty close. Do favour Chris's bowl though. There's still plenty of bowls to come. See Gary Law on the rink beside. Yeah, Chris, I tell you what, he's not going to be too far away with this one here. Oh, just missed the kitty. Probably second shot, if not the shot. Oh, it could be close. Hard to tell with that jack-eye bowl. I think he's calling that one shot by the looks of it. Okay, Brett sticking to his forehand. Now, Sam over here, he's got a few options on the forehand. He can knock his own in for shot, or maybe just sit inside these ones. He wants to leave those ones alone, though. G'day, Cam. How are you this afternoon, mate? Or it is this afternoon here in beautiful Queensland. Beautiful day here. It's around about 27 degrees. Bit of breeze starting to pick up though out there. Yeah, another good bowl from Chris, just sitting around in behind the head. So both the players are coming down for a bit of a look. The exact temperature here in Southport is 28.2 degrees. 22 km/h northeasterly winds and 72% humidity. Chris having a very good look at this. Great to see young Stevie here today too, young Stevie Monk. One of our up and coming juniors in Queensland. It's not going to come back from there. Really just his weight, really. The grass line was pretty well spot on by the looks of that. Oh, down to Chris. If he can trail this kitty even a foot, he could make 4 shots out of it. Even a couple of feet. Don't want to move it too far, just enough. Just reaching. Just want to play through it, just wants to reach it. He's trying very hard, just a bit runny. Now we'll see what the count is. I'd say it's, well, before they were talking about 1, but it could be 2. I think that back bowl of Chris's shot, I think. And they're going to put a tape on it anyway, which is fair enough. Showers all the way. Good on you, Cam. So that shot of Brett's was in Jack Eye. There you go. Shows you how deceiving it can be. You can see that shadow just starting to sneak across just a little bit more now too. Okay, Brett. Going to determine what length they're going to play. And once again, Brett's gone very much T to T once again. And tomorrow should be the conclusion of this wonderful event, where the 4 qualifiers from yesterday will play the 4 qualifiers from today. Should have a great day here at Musgrave Hill tomorrow. So if you're in the area, come on down and say good day to us, because it's absolutely, there's some superb bowls being played. Okay, Brett sticking to his forehand. Why wouldn't he, the way he started? I'll pull up a little bit short with this one. Showers on the way. Good on you, Cam. Okay, Chris sticking to his backhand. He's not going to be too far away by the time this one here finishes. Lovely finish on this. I thought he'd be a happy chappy. Now Brett might have to sneak over to the backhand now too. Conscious fact he's just got to reach. A couple of options there. Not going to be too far away. What a beautiful reply. I don't get much better than that. Hey, good on you, Cam. Now Chris again too. What a reply from Chris Monk. Oh, probably just fell out. Probably had shot for a split second. Great attempt by Chris though. Now Brett once again just got to be conscious of the fact of reaching the kitty. Again, he's on a perfect track. Gee whiz, this is quality bowling by these two. That's a great bowl there from Brett once again. Okay, Chris. Again, he's on a perfect line. Oh, what a great bowl. This is sensational play. Yeah, he's definitely sitting on the sideline, Michael. With Ali, his mother. She's here, of course. That's just great play. That's what's that? 4 times the head's changed. Brett looks like he's going to have a look for this bowl. Chris has still got another bowl in play. Well, he's still one down, probably. There's the kitty over there. Or depending on where. Oh, definitely one down. Chris has got shot there by looks of things. Got the opportunity of making another one here. Oh, he didn't send it. I don't think so, mate. She's just sitting there quietly watching this. It looks like 1 to Chris. 2-1 to Brett. Well, the viewers that haven't been on today, it's the 1st to 21 dead ends to be replayed. So it's all down here today. On to the bottom green now, by the looks of it. As I said, with the last of the final 8 this afternoon. Getting down, this is the final 16. Some great players out there. Now Chris just not going to quite reach it, but not a bad first up bowl. A couple of feet in front, right on the line. Brett's got to come over and have a look at it and say, well, how far out is that? Hey, Joshy. Right, Brett sticking to the forehand, coming back this way. Just still a little bit of run on this one. Grass line, absolutely spot on. Both of them definitely got the grass right. One's got to add a bit of weight, and one's just got to take a little bit off. Yeah, beautiful correction here from Chris Monk. That's a great bowl by Chris. It may force some... Hey, about time he did some roving, Joshy. Yeah, just asking how far his bowl is back there by the looks of things. Kiwi Dean, so Dean Drummond is up 9-8. It's like Dean's playing Michael Burgess. Ryan Bester is playing a chap from Burleigh. A great bowl there from Chris, as we said. Now, Brett just trying to outdraw that. He's not going to be too far away. He's just going to sneak around the back, but he's going to lock in a pretty good second shot there by the looks of it. Definitely a good second shot. Bester is up. 15-12. Oh, good try by Chris. Just going to sit inside this one. Oh, did he move it far enough? I think he may have. Yeah, that's ever so true that... Yeah, he's still on holiday, Scotty. How are you, mate? Hope you're keeping well. I think you're still on holidays too, mate. Saw you back driving the tractor the other day, though, mate. Okay, Brett, sticking to his forehand. He's just a little bit runny with this one. Perfect grass line once again. Be surprised if... No, Chris has played a couple of good bowls on the forehand, but he could always swing around to the backhand here. Hayden Oster up 10-1. Okay, young Hayden on fire. Where is Hayden? Can't see what Ricky's on. Another good looking bowl here from Chris Monk. Hayden's playing that chap from Windsor. Windsor, or is it Paradise Point? Dolphins, Paradise Point. Good on you, Craig. How are you, mate? Yeah, see your young bloke out there, mate. Playing against Gary Law. What a quality game that would be. Right, Brett Merkel. Yeah, Rig 5 can see that, mate. Thank you, Joshy. Start doing some roving, mate. Instead of sitting down on the brick wall. Good to see him starting to pick up some mats and jacks. Well, he's putting them in his pocket. I think he's taking them home, Robbie. Hey? Now, Brett, I don't think he's going to get back in time. This could be could be a bit of a pickup here for Chris Monk here. Two shots. Good pick up. Look at this. Josh is putting things in his top pocket. In his other pockets. My godfather, he's got enough pockets. He's Sam White's up there picking up the mats now too. Gee whiz, Joshy's not doing his job properly. That's why. Poor old Sammy's got to go and show him how to do it. Unbelievable. Sammy White's they have to go up there and pick up the mats to try and show Josh how to do his job properly. Unbelievable. Putting Jacks in his pocket, Joshy. Absolutely unbelievable. I'll have to make sure I have to tap him down before he goes home tonight. Try and get some jacks back. Okay, Chrissy Monk, I should say. Stevie's the young bloke. Not going to be far away from his first bowl once again. Chris, great first up bowl. Reminds me of Robbie Allen in his heyday. Which we're still waiting on. He hasn't had his heyday yet, but he'll get there one day. Brett Merkel on the forehand. This is a quality game. 3-2 at this stage, and you've got two great draw bowlers out here. Good attempt by Brett, just not quite there. Yeah, handy home for Chris. Now Brett, a little bit more direct at this bowl, but he's just going to miss it. Had good weight. Had good draw weight. Chris, of course, playing away from the car park here at Club Musgrave, back towards the second green. This is pretty well pointed once again from Chrissy Monk. It's another very good bowl. Brett's just got to play under his own or just under his own to sit that bowl out of the head. Looks like he's going to play a little bit more weight by the looks of him. No, still going to dead draw it. He doesn't want to crack an egg on that one. Again, look at the weight. Absolutely spot on. That wind basically has changed from their last game. It's now coming across the green. That is the wider hand of the two, with Brett playing his forehand, where before it was the other way around. Right, Chris has had 3 great bowls on his backhand. Beautiful smooth delivery. And just not quite there with this one. Doesn't want to help it. Can play this a little bit more direct if he wants to, Brett, to sit that bowl out. So any movement on his own bowl's got a great opportunity of taking that bowl out. And you can see there's hardly a cloud in the sky. Right, Brett Merkel. He's added the extra weight, but not quite the line. So Chris Monk survives that end with one shot by the looks of it. Brett locked in a very, very, very handy second shot with that front bowl by the looks of it. Just the one. Right, Chris, what length are you going to throw this time? He has got the mat up from the tee a couple of feet, probably around about 4 foot. It looks like he's going to shorten it. Now, could make it interesting. Going to a shorter end, shorter length. Yeah, Chris, once again, he's not going to be too far away. Yeah, very good weighted bowl there from Chris Monk. Had a great day of bowls today, and tomorrow we got the conclusion of this wonderful 3-day event with the quarter-final first up in the morning, and then the semi-final, and then the final. What a great contingent of bowlers we're going to have here tomorrow. Now, Brett, has he quite got the run? I just don't think he's going to make it. No, not quite. Now, Chris automatically jumps onto his backhand. Another good weighted bowl. I think Josh Beattie's gone to sleep up there. Is his head moving? Sitting down, look at him, relaxed, comfortable. He's supposed to be roving. Not quite roving. Yeah, good bowl there from Brett, just onto his own. Oh, that's a great try. It's a great bowl from Chris. That is a great bowl. Not quite though, but looks of it there. Marker giving one to Brett at this particular stage. Might see Chris attack this in a minute. The only thing being, he'll definitely need the edge of it if he goes it. Brett's very much aware of the fact that this bowl does need a friend in there. Needs a bit of help. Chris, very wisely coming in, have a bit of a look at this. Wants to know how far in front that bowl of Brett's is. Okay, Chris made up his mind what he's going to play. Off that, what a great bowl by Chris Muck. Gee whiz, that is a great bowl from Chris. But has he got shot? May have just dragged that kitty just a little bit too far. Almost like Chris has got shot there by the looks of that. Okay, Brett looking to dead draw this. Oh, he's trying hard to get back. Fell in. Looks like it's one. One to Chris. Well done once again. Chris now keeping it, as I said, medium length, short to medium. And Chris with his first one has been applying pressure to Brett with his first bowl repeatedly. Once again, just a touch up, but this time he didn't stick with it. Okay, Brett sticking to his forehand. Ryan Bester from our roving reporter, Josh Beattie, who looks to be half asleep. I think is he getting the sleep out of his eyes yet? I think he is sleeping by the looks of it. Ryan Bester has got up 21 shots to 12. A great win by Ryan. Okay, Chris with his second bowl. I don't think he's quite got the run to get there. Okay, Brett. I don't think he's sent it neither. So congratulations, Ryan, making it through to the round of 8. Not too sure who he's going to play yet, with the other ones in already playing around of 16. Not quite. Another couple of feet. Just a bit quicker this one here, Brett. You master blaster, good on you, Nego. You're dead right there, my friend. I've seen, I've marked quite a few games of Ryan's over the years at various district events and that, and I tell you right now, he's one heck of a player. Pretty to watch, I'm telling you. Normally blasts them off the green, you're 100% correct there, Nico. See, Gary Law got shot on the rink next door, as you can see. Oh, he's not happy with that. Dean Drummond up 13 to 10. Okay, Brett. So I'd say he's probably got one there by the looks of it. Can be a bit wide with this one. That's not going to come back from there. Chris is going to put a tape on it by the looks of it. Very close. I think you're going to call an umpire here. Laser. Now, one thing to all our wonderful viewers is that this wonderful production could not be brought to you today if it wasn't for the hard work of a couple of people that put us back on track yesterday when our live streaming box played up. And that's, of course, Brett Feeney, who did a fantastic job. And for all your computing needs, he put us on to Howard Day, who resides at Helensvale. And Howard's contact is 0457 585 540 for all your computing needs. So a big thank you to Howard and Brett. Brett initially for putting us on to Howard, and of course Howard for fixing the problems that we had so we could showcase this wonderful game of ours today and tomorrow. So thank you very much. So see Brett there is having Peter there just having a real good look at this. The laser. Yep. Can't get much closer than that, mate. Yes, right, yeah, and it's still tied. See how close it is, mate. What a great starter here from Chris Monk once again too. I was just wondering, do you think Joshy Beattie's still awake or what?
I saw the head nod just before.
Did you? He could have been falling asleep part though by the looks of it, because there's definitely no roving going on down there. So Brett on the forehand also too, trying to beat this bowl here of Chris's. Just going to pull up a bit short, coming through the shadows of darkness. Out here watching bowls. I beg your pardon, just ladies and gentlemen, Josh Beattie is wide awake. Now Chris, has he got the kitty this time around? He's going to be awfully close. Gee whiz, that's a great bowl by Chris Monk. Very well played. Two very good shots there by Chris, and he's tucked that away. I think Brett might be surprised if Brett has a look at this here to try and open it up for himself with his next bowl. He's not happy with that one. See the shadows just getting further and further across as the afternoon stretches on. And Chris sticking to the wider hand of the two. Watch this come back from here. It sweeps, but he shouldn't. He didn't want to leave it there though. That is one heck of a target now for Brett. He's got it this time. Well, he's taken one out. Deeney's up 15-10, according to Joshua Beattie. Okay, Chris, what's he doing this time? This should start working its way back in now. Hayden Oster, that probably counts there too. Hayden's up 14-8. Hayden's playing that chap from Paradise Point. Okay, Brett. He looks like, is he going to go again or is he going to draw? Going to draw. Good choice, my friend. Oh, it's going to hang there though, so bit of a jump on here by Chris Monk. I say he's picked up 3 there with that one. Yep, definitely 3. Beautiful afternoon out here on the greens. Sorry, it's a little bit of high cloud, mate, but yeah, a little bit of high cloud. No. Perfect afternoon for bowls, mate. Now, Chris, sticking to the backhand. Yeah, not a bad start, just running through slightly. Yeah, good starter by Brett weight-wise, just slipping across the head. Ideal weight. Yeah, lovely reply by Chris. So, Brett. Oh, Brett just pulling up a bit short. Just not going to get back. Come to a good home though. Yeah, good bowl there from Brett in pretty good location. So Chris, nice little trail on the backhand here. He could end up with 3 shots. Got it out there. I think he could be just a little bit. He wants to stay off that one. Oh, that probably helped the cause there. Playing for this bowl here, I tell you what, he's awfully close, Brett. Oh. Yeah, he did the job. He got it, yeah. I'm not too sure. Is it 1 or 2 for Brett there? 2. Good pickup. Another good head of bowls too, just quietly too. Very good head. You see the shadow just starting to come across now. A little bit more. Going to make it more interesting. And Brett, the contrasting styles of the two competitors out here this afternoon. The moment Brett gets the mat, 2-2. Chris is playing short to medium, and Brett, in contrasting, is 2-2. Okay, Brett on the forehand. Don't think it's just going to come back in time. Yep, good starter though, it's not too far away. Yeah, great bowl here from Chris Monk. Once again, just picked up the kitty. Yeah, Brett. Just not going to get back in time, so it's advantage here to Chris. What he can do with his next one. Just trail the kitty off, definitely holding the one shot. Chris with his second bowl. Could be a little bit underdone. Still running. Well, it's in for probably second shot, but a little bit underdone grass line. You can see that on the way down. Just not quite wide enough. Okay, Brett needs a close one. 8-4 at the moment to Chris Monk. And Chris holding 2 shots by the looks of it. Once again, I think Brett's just a little bit underdone grass line also too. But Chris really needs a very close one because Brett back him into correct with his next bowl. I said a very steady campaigner, Brett Merkel. Yeah, great bowl here from Chris. Just trailing the kitty. That's a great bowl from Chris Monk. Be holding 3 shots there. A lot of pressure on Brett Merkel here with this bowl. He's 4 behind. And Chris Monk holding a definite 3 shots there. 3 very good shots. So hard to say. Yeah, probably the kitty's more exposed. Well, you can play it either hand. What's a little inside edge off that wing bowl on the forehand? Or are you going to play with weight? May get a result. Not quite. Went through the gap. Thought he may have got an inside edge off that wing bowl there of Chris's. So if Chris can make this 4, that is quite a jump from Chris. See Ellie up there pulling her hair out and yeah. That's another great bowl. That's great bowling. Very consistent, the bowling there from Chris Monk. That's 4 very good bowls. Joshua Beattie says Hayden Oster is up 19-8. Coming from our roving reporter that, believe you me, ladies and gentlemen, he's not doing any roving whatsoever. And again, as I said, the difference between the two competitors, Chris wins the mat. Matt goes back on, well, pretty much not completely back on the tee, but goes back and the kitty goes on the tee. So a good 3/4 length. And a little bit underdone grass line with this one, Chris Monk. So this has really opened the door for Brett Merkel to really apply some pressure. I tell you what, Brett's not going to be too far away. Just a little bit underdone grass line. Weight was pretty well spot on. Yeah, Chris. He's got a better grass line on this here. Comes down to his weight. I think now with the sun being closed down, it's just holding a little bit on this side. Aussie Dean now. Aussie Dean was Kiwi Dean before. Now it's Aussie Dean. He's up 17 to 13. It's Dean Drummond up over, was it Michael Burgess, that's correct. It's a little bit, we see the shadow just starting to affect this rink slightly now, as we were saying about when the telecast first started. We said that the shadow will start creating a bit of havoc to the competitors. Now, Chris, is he going to just get hold of his own or just drop inside it? Just drop inside it. Still needs that extra couple of feet of weight, though, at the moment. Hey, thank you very much for those kind words, Darren. Hope you're keeping well too, mate. Now, Brett, again, just coming through the shadows. Is he going to sneak inside these? Oh, not quite, but that could be shot. I said could be. Well, the call is that he reckons that Chris is holding 2, was a call from the marker. And they're going to come down and have a bit of a look at this. When in doubt, come down for a stroll. And been down, had a look, worked out what he's going to play. Yeah. Chris, if he can really play this either hand, he's just got to take his grass, that's all. Oh, it's a great attempt. I can see what he's trying to do. If he tucked that over there, he would have had 3 shots. And possibly even 4. Okay, Brett. Even onto his own. He's got a couple of options here, hasn't he? He's got a couple of bowls there on the run. They're both of them on the running surface. All he's got to do is just a couple of rolls and come through, and he could end up with 2 shots out of it. Very close to this. Just like this. Whammo. Oh. Oh, that's... He may have cut one out. May have cut one out. We'll wait and see. Forget. Short to medium. Down 5-9. Chris Monk with his first bowl. Not going to be too far away once again. Pretty handy start. Right, Brett. Very good first up bowl there from Brett Merkel. Beautiful correction there from Chris Monk with his second bowl once again too, weight-wise. Look at that. That's a sensational bowl by Chris. Nice little trail on though from Brett. Could help things here. Thanks, mate. Done, mate. That bowl of Chris just fell over. That is really 2 great bowls there from Chris Monk. Beautifully weighted bowls. So Brett looking for the trail. He can pick up 3 shots out of this if he does get the jack. Sticking to the backhand. Hey, good on you, Dale. Happy Easter to you too, buddy. You and the family. Now, Chris, once again, I tell you what, he's really putting on a performance here, but he has fattened the target. Very much so for Brett. Can I get rid of a couple? Oh, we got rid of one. So still 2 down. So that's a handy pickup there for Chris Monk. Hope the family's well too, Dale. Catch up around the scene hopefully shortly, my friend. Josh Beattie says Aussie Dean is up 18-13. That's from our roving reporter that hasn't moved in the last 2 hours. Just sitting down, relaxing. Stationary reporter, you'd have to classify him as this afternoon. Hey Ray, how are you, mate? Happy Easter to you and the family too, Ray. Yeah, brings back a few memories for you, buddy. Would do too, mate. As always, as you know, Ray, for years this has been a very good event, mate. Chris just dropping his grass line, but look at his weight control once again. Never far away, Chris, isn't he? I've got to really comment the way he's handling the pace of the green. Particularly, it started off when they went out. The rink was in full sunlight and was running on beautifully. And as it's actually the shadows have come across, Chris has really handled it better than Brett. Brett started off absolutely superbly too, but he just hasn't handled the change of pace as well as what Chris has. Good on you, Dale. Look forward to it, mate. You watch this bowl start to swoop now. A little bit weight on this one here, but it'll come back past the line. Like still running superbly, even this time of the day, with the shadows across it. You still can't complain about the way it's turning. Yeah, again, Brett just falling for that trap of just not taking enough grass. Again, his weight control is not too bad at all. But Chris really needs a close one here. Just like this. Yes, well played, young man. He's again, his weight control. Can't talk more highly of it. He's just been sniffing around, and straight away he's forcing Brett onto the backhand. Now Brett playing just through the head, looking pretty good too. It's just maybe just a tad too much weight. Yeah, very unlucky there, Brett Merkel. Possibly still 2 down anyway, if not 3 down, and he only just got the edge of that grass line. He had to go a little bit quicker. Right, Chris, can he adjust to being just off the line now? Because he's played to that line absolutely brilliantly most of the game. Oh, can he adjust or can he what? Still not much of a target. So oh, Brett just having a bit of a look, just asking which bowl is shot. Joshua Beattie says Hayden Oster, 19 all. That's some comeback. Okay, Brett, what's he going to play? Definitely in the region. Is he going to come back in time? He wants the inside edge. Didn't quite get the inside edge. Hit it too clean. Yeah, he was up 19-8 apparently. It's now 19 all. It might be 19-9. Well, the Marco's got two. 2 shots has been called. 2 shots. So he chopped one out there, Brett. A little bit unlucky. He said he got the inside edge of that bowl. He could have got a result, but he just got it a little bit too fat, a couple of inches the wrong side. So, and that's what happens a lot of times when you're chasing shots, doesn't it? You know, you think you've played the perfect bowl and you just get it on the wrong side. Okay, Chris, sticking to the forehand on this. He's played this hand very well so far. Maybe just a little bit too much run. Bit of adrenaline running through the hand. 17-4 up against Brett Merkel. Brett, of course, from the Enoggera Bowls Club up in the Brisbane district. And, of course, Chris Monk plays out of Burleigh Heads Bowls Club. Okay, Brett. Given the opportunity to apply a bit of pressure to Chris now. Hasn't had many opportunities throughout the game to apply pressure, but this is one opportunity with Chris just leaving this hand just a little bit open. Hayden Oster wins 21-19. Sorry? 9-all, Michael Burgess and Gary Law. Check out zone for Monkey. Again, another good weighted bowl from Chris Monk. Playing some very consistent bowls here this afternoon. Much to the delight of his partner, Ali, and son, Stevie. Stevie watching the game, of course, but he's up there rolling up now, of course, as what most young bowlers do. Yeah, Brett, perfect line just running through the head. Now Chris once again on a perfect line, comes down to his weight, which he's been playing brilliantly all day. And again, that's a very good bowl from Chris Monk. Probably would have liked it just in behind the kitty, but not quite. So well done to young Hayden. Benny Walsh and Shane Green, 10-all in that one. So it's again, as you'd expect at this time of the proceedings, the games are all very close and could go either way. Now, Chris, does he draw another one? Or does he go for cover? Because Brett, I wouldn't give him 2 attempts to trail that kitty. He's a quality player, Brett Merkel. Dean up 18-15. Oh, that's really fatting the target. Yep. There's a few gaps there, I will say that. Chris has left some good gaps there. I wouldn't think Chris. I wouldn't think Brett would miss this. Great bowl there from Brett Merkel. Said I wouldn't give him that opportunity. Played it very, very well. Something you'd expect from Brett. Couple of great games out there. Here's his bowl once again here from Brett Merkel. 3 down he was. Great bowl. He could have been all but 1 to go out, but he played a very telling bowl when he had to and came up with an incredible result. You can see the wind getting up more and more at the moment, so it's becoming very dear. Yeah, Aaron, you're probably right too. I noticed him rolling up there, and he's got one about 3 inches behind the kitty up there too, Aaron. So you're probably right there. You can see the wind just getting up now, and it's been swinging around slightly, and now it's basically coming. It's really behind them going. was watching Gary Law, and I think it was Milo on the mat there, but this really right in their faces coming back this way. So, yeah, Milo, very steady player from Dara Semenko. Very steady player. Stephen, he's not playing Ian Law, he's playing Gary Law. Ian Law is already through to tomorrow. He won yesterday, won his section, and then of course went through and won his post-sectional game yesterday afternoon. So Ian Law is already in tomorrow's quarterfinals, which of course Ian, a previous winner when he beat his dear old dad. Yeah, Milo's a very steady singles player, mate. I've struck Milo a few times and he's very underrated. From the Darrow Semenko club, of course a very strong club out in the Cunningham district, which is a very strong district, so you know. And Benny Walsh is up 13-10. Who's Ben playing? Shane Green, of course he is, yeah. Yeah, great bowl from Brett Merkel. Beautiful bowl from Brett. Just sitting just in behind the kitty. Now Chris has to find a little bit more weight. It's something I don't have to do. I've got enough already, apparently. A great attempt by Chris Monk, just not quite there, and I've been talking up how his weight control's been so brilliantly all day, but just pulling up a little bit short. As I said, with the shadows coming across now, the green will be slowing down, and as I've said previously, that Chris has adapted to that better than what Brett has, but just at the moment, now that it's slowed down a little bit more, Brett really adapting just nicely now. So it's the beauty about our great game. It comes in parts, doesn't it? Remember the old days, Robbie, when we used to play 25 end pennants and used to have to stop for afternoon tea, and I reckon who was ever leading an afternoon tea was going to lose by how many after the game. So that was always the case. And Brett absolutely nailed this once again. That's two great bowls from Brett Merkel, showing his class, and has really tucked that kitty away now. So you couple down here, Chris. Right, Chris. Has he got the weight? He's awfully close. Well, he's knocked in a pretty good second shot. That's a pretty good bowl there from Chris Monk. See young Stevie up there showing no interest in the game whatsoever. He's too busy playing himself. Oh, he's coming over to see his dad. He looks at the head. Goes over to his dad and probably says something like, I think I could beat you. Gee whiz. It's great to see Stevie out there. The kid just absolutely loves bowls, doesn't he? Absolutely brilliant. Sorry? Yeah, having a roll up with Keegan, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, definitely from Durham, mate. Eaton, how are you, my friend? How's South Africa? Good to see South Africa is waking up. Pretty hard shot here for Brett. I don't know how we can get another shot out of this because it's pretty hard head to get into now. Yeah, probably just playing any movement on his own bowl there out there on the wing. He's played an absolute cracker. He can't get another one. Not much he can't. Oh, what a bowl. Made 3 out of that. That is a sensational bowl, Brett Merkel. That is a class bowl. Absolute class bowl. And one thing we didn't see at all today from Robbie Allen. That's a great bowl by Brett. Very hard head to get into. A lot of danger there, but what happens when you're chasing shots? When they come off, absolutely, yeah, look at this, absolutely brilliant. Look at the weight control. You can't get another one. That's just absolutely sensational. Oh, what a bowl. Made 3 out of that. That is a sensation. Chris has got a nice shot on there. With onto his own, he could split those 2 bowls. Probably take all 3 out. You've played with big weight, or he just goes straight for the kitty. Well, he did get the kitty. Which one went into the ditch, and did his bowl stay in the ditch? It did touch, yeah, but did it stay in the ditch? Yes, it did. It didn't go out. But where'd the kitty go? This is a question. Good question. Down underneath the red, is it? Okay, if that's the case, I reckon Chris has got shot. That's quality bowls by both those players, though, Robbie. That was just absolutely quality bowls. Chris backed himself for kitty. Umpire. It's calling the umpire. Yeah, Llewellyn. Yeah, it's going to be some great bowls for the Australian Open. You see Brian Stewart there, life member of the Gold Coast Tweed District and life member of Bowls Queensland. Been here all day watching bowls. Done so much for lawn bowls, that man, over the years. Peter Ryan. Won't be using the laser this time, Robbie. I'll give you the drum. There'll be no laser this time, mate. So it's going to be a tape job, I'm assuming. Well, it'll be a string job, I should say. There goes the string. So, Benny Walsh is up 16-10. Yeah, it locks there like that. It does lock, yeah. I don't know why they're measuring it. It's got me beat because that bowler Chrissy Monk's in by a mile. I know it's hard when it's in the ditch to tell. There's Brett's was in, was it? I thought it was Chris's that was in. I was looking at the wrong bowl. Must have been looking at the wrong bowl.
That's amazing.
Must admit I did lose sight of it.
Yeah, but even still, I
thought that bowl was in by a mile, looking at it from here. Oh, I see what happened. Yeah, the string. He had extra string out. That's what it was. I just watched it then. He had extra string out. Yeah. No, that wasn't the string. The measure itself was back a fair way. So, yeah. But even by the eye, I personally would have had money on Chris's bowl there. So it shows you how deceiving it can be. Rather than that, I'm just getting old. One of the two. Well, I know how old you're getting. You're getting really old. Christ almighty. I don't want to get as old as you because you're just about ancient. No? Well, I'll tell you. Yeah. And my grandkids will tell me how ancient I am too. Right, Chris, you see Brett's first bowl sitting jack high. Chris, once again though, he really is putting on a display here this afternoon. Chris up 17-6. That right? Okay. Yep. No, you have to check the board. 17-6. There you go. Well, it must have been 2. I didn't even see the marker walk down the green. Well, I was too busy watching the tape. Now, Brett, not far away. Just going to sneak around the back, though. And to see Roddy Napper, one of the true legends of Musgrave Hill Bowls Club. Yeah, there's going to be some great bowls played. Yeah, Patrick, he's rolling up watching his dad. Typical typical Stevie Monk. Great to see the two young kids out there having a roll up together, though, mate. It really is. So, Dean. Joshua Beattie. The roving reporter that hasn't moved all afternoon. Right, Brett, has he got the run? He's pretty much in the area. Oh, very, very unlucky, Brett Merkel. Could not have played that any better. Just didn't quite get the right rub of the green. Yeah, all you can do is smile, Brett. I couldn't agree more, mate. All you can do is smile, mate. Couldn't have played it much better. Another great bowl here from Chris Monk also too. Hey, good on you, Cam. I'm glad to hear you're enjoying yourself, buddy. That's priceless. Oh dear. One thing I absolutely love, I love the banter we have with our viewers. Now Brett, I think he's underdone grass line on this one. Now Chris has got another bowl to play here too, so he could be all but after this next bowl. So it's been an absolutely wonderful display here this afternoon of Chris Monk and Brett Merkel also too. But I said as the green slowed down, Chris just seemed to adapt quicker than what Brett did. Well, he could sit it out. Yeah. Well, I think he'll be happy just to draw another one though, which he's going to do. Doesn't want to move the kitty though. Yeah, no need to be like that. There's no need to be like that, Chris. See young Stevie up the back there on the top green behind the rink behind his dad. Three shots, three great bowls there by Chris Monk, and then once again too, like I mean, last bowl, absolute superb bowl, just really showing the viewers what skill he has. He really has. Always been a very consistent campaigner, hasn't he, Chris Monk? Every now and again he gets into those little purple patches. Deanie's up 20-15 from our sitting down roving reporter. Just Dean. He's done something wrong, obviously. He's done something wrong to Joshy. See Joshy too. He's running out of money because he's now got lowercase. There's no uppercase in there, so it looks like he's getting broke. Can't afford the uppercase. Now Brett. Once again, Chris has just left him open here, and he's just going to sneak around the back. It really hasn't taken advantage of when Chris has played a bad first bowl. Philip Wise says, go Chris-O. Well, he's playing great bowls, Philip. He really is. I mean, a pair of them have put on a very good performance, but gee whiz, Chris has been outstanding. And, of course, once you talk them up, what do? Drop a couple short. But obviously Chris has been listening to my commentary. Can't be knocked up if you're not short. I've proven that for the last 25 years. Hey, good on you, Philip. Dragons forever. Had a feeling you may have been a Burleigh participant, my friend. Now, Brett, has he got the run? He may have just overcorrected. Yes, whoa, makes it interesting. Yeah, he was, Nico. He did skip in the Reggies, mate. He's always been a very steady campaigner, Chris Monk. He's one heck of a nice young man too. I take my hat off to him and Ali. Looks as though I still favour Chris for shot there by the looks of that. Just looking at that, just in front of that bowl of Brett. Yeah, I thought Brett was lining up with a bit of weight. You can get both of these. Bang, bang. What a shot and a toucher. Brilliant bowl by Brett. He was shaping up to go the bowls. So Chris looking for one shot to go out. Oh, just missed it. Gee whiz, that's a very good attempt though by Chris Monk. Probably played it with a little bit too much weight though. That type of weight, he really wanted to sit the bowl, didn't he? He's left Brett plenty of room to draw another shot here, and a quality player like Brett, I'm sure, will make a couple out of this one. I think they made their mind up on two. Depends whether Brett wants to measure or not. No, I think it's only two, mate. Yeah, you can see that from the side angle there, mate. It was in. Right, Brett's taken the mat right back. Looks like we're going back to 2-2. Is it going to stop? It must have. Of course, showing. These markers are showing great soccer skills. Yeah, Philip, he is, mate. He's a great young man, mate. He's doing a great job. Oh, Alan Bidler. Good to see you finally out of bed, Al. Geez, I tell you what, mate, I miss your mum here today, Al. There's not one chocolate. Robbie has not bought one chocolate today, Alan. And I know that your mother would have had chocolates galore here today for me. Not one Easter egg today, Alan. I think you'll find that you should send your mum up here tomorrow. Hey, regards to you and the family, Alan. Now, Chris got the opportunity where Brett just pulling up just a bit short, but I think Chris may have a little bit of run on this one also too. Could be a little bit of adrenaline starting to run through their head. And you see next door it's 16-15 to Gary. By the looks of that. Right, Brett looking about another 6 foot of weight. Got a beautiful grass line on this one here. Has he corrected his weight? He certainly has. Yep, well played. Now that may put Chris onto his backhand. An open draw on the backhand. We've got to play the perfect bowl on the forehand. Hey, good on you, Rob, watching from Yamba. Good looking bowl here from Chris Monk. Oh, Alan Bidler. So, mate, you're not out of bed. I'll be buggered. I thought you were out of bed, mate, but he's not out of bed. So, come on, mate. Get up and go to the toilet. Well, I don't know, mate. I think I favour Monkey there, but Hard to say, but Brett, I've still got a couple of bowls left. I wouldn't underestimate this man here. And this is the reason why. That's a great bowl by Brett Merkel. And that may have brought his other bowl into play. Just moved it far enough, just off the line, where it may have brought his other bowl into play. Not 100% sure, but I said may have. Aussie Dean is holding game, says Joshua Beattie. Need a bit more weight than that, young Chris. Oh, and his bowl just fell out then. I mean, that was more draw weight. So I'd say that Brett definitely holding 2 now because Chris's bowl just fell out. Okay, Brett, what's he going to do? You've got a dead draw it. Same weight as his last bowl. Brett sticking to his backhand, holding 2. I'll rephrase that. Holding 3. That's a great bowl by Brett once again. That's the bowl really that Chris has to beat to drop 1. Or he can play weight. Any movement on that shot bowl, Kitty should come back. But it is a toucher. So, it is a toucher. Chris been down the head. He's had a bit of a look. See what bowl Chris is going to play. Is what he's trying to do. Not quite. May have taken 1 out of play though. Benny Walsh wins 21-12. So congratulations, Ben. Looks like just the 2. So a handy pick up once again to Brett Merkel. Hey, good on you, Mike Watts. Mike Watts. How are you, Mike? Now Brett once again going back to the tee. Been one of his tactics. Now this looks like we're going 2 to 2 by the looks of it. Pretty close to it anyway. A couple of inches away. Hey, good on you, Mike. Okay, Brett with his first bowl, playing his backhand, playing away from the car park at Musgrave Hill. Again, perfect weighted bowl. Just a little bit underdone. The grass still drawing just nicely here this afternoon, even though the shadows have come across. Tiff normally slows down. Tiff normally doesn't like the shade, but look at the finish on these bowls. An absolute credit to the green staff here at Musgrave Hill, to Dino and the crew. Absolutely superb, superb. Even this time of the day, the finish of it's absolutely first class. A great first up bowl there from Chris Monk. Puts the pressure straight back on Brett Merkel. course, Brett plays out of the Enoggera Bowls Club up in Brisbane. Right, Chris. Just want to fatten a target for Brett to hit. I'm just going to draw a resting toucher instead. Oh, not quite. But that's a very good bowl there from Chris. Matches those two. Dean up 20-19. Some close games around, isn't there? Who's Stevie playing? Sorry? From us, yeah, I thought so. Good little bowl here from Brett. Has he got the kitty? Oh, Brett Merkel. Once again, that's a beautiful bowl there from Brett. And he's sitting right on it too by the looks of it. Very close to it anyway, so, well, you can see the difference. Oh, just fell. Philip, don't tell me the Stags is here. Oh, my godfather. Stags, are you awake? A bit more air out there with this one, Chrissy. That's a lovely reply. It's only one shot. That's a beautiful reply there from Chris Monk. Played that absolutely beautifully. Have really had some great bowls today, haven't we? Robbie getting very tired, yawning, so he's... Right, Brett once again back on the tee. Gary Lord just won a prize in the raffle by the sounds of it. Just going to pull up in time. Nice start here from Brett Merkel once again. Really putting the pressure on Chris to get that last shot. Right, Chris on the forehand. Awfully close. Great bowl there from Chris Monk. That is a sensational bowl. Now, Brett really's got to go the kitty. What do you mean, Craig? What's happened to the feed? Nothing. It's still going pretty good from what I can see. Oh, Brett. Looking to put Kitty in the drink, I reckon. No point going for the bowl because it's a toucher. Now, if I was Chris, I wouldn't be going real big, but I'd be looking just to trail that Kitty into the drink. No, he's missed it. So we've got another game to go here yet, ladies and gentlemen. We're down. After this, we should be down to the final 8. We get down to final 4 for tomorrow. So we should have another cracking game next up also too. All right, Brett. One bowl to go from Brett. Close, but no chocolates. Bit like me today. No chocolates. Right, Brett Merkel, game lie down. Last bowl he's got. He's one down on the head. Kitty's a couple of inches away from the ditch. Chris has got a resting toucher in about 2 feet away. He's got the bowl. And he got the Kitty. There you go. Yep. Good bowl there from Brett. He gave it a chance and he got the result that he required. So that's one shot to Brett Merkel. Dean Drummond goes down 21-20. Not too sure who the marker is, to be quite truthful with you, John. He's not 100% sure. So Brett Merkel once again pulls off that immaculate shot where he got the result that he required, and once again takes the mat back on the tee and rolls the Kitty very close to the tee. So once again a very good 3/4 to full length. Very good 3/4 to full length. So we'll see what happens here with this. Alan, you out of bed yet, mate? Now Brett very close with his first bowl. Going to sit just in behind the head. And through a bit further than I thought. You can see the green just about in, pretty much in full shade at the moment. It was halfway across anyway. So Chris with his first bowl of this end. Yeah, I agree with that, Peter. I really do agree with that. He's very, very underrated, and he does sneak underneath the radar on a regular basis, mate. I'll tell you that right now. Yeah, it's a very good statement, that Peter. Chris, once again, he doesn't want to build this target. He needs a good second shot, but doesn't want to build something to get Brett driving, because that's where Brett's getting his results from. I think he's going to play a bit of weight here, is he? Or is he going to dead draw it? Can't tell with Brett the way he lines up. He does have a beautiful delivery, Phil, that's for sure. A little bit underdone grass line on this one, though. Chris wants to add another one, but not fatten the target. Not give Brett too much to hit, or something to hit where he can get a result out of, which he has done the last couple of ends. Yeah, miles away. Chris, with his next bowl, following it down to have a bit of a look. Yeah, that's well played. That is very well played by Chris Monk. He couldn't come down and give that, put that in a better place. Hey, good on you, Len. Congratulations to Max and Clinton Bailey for winning the Easter Pairs at Mackenzie Park. Nearly got the result. So that's game over. Congratulations to Chris Monk. Gee whiz, Lynn. Maxie must have played outstanding to carry Clinton all the way through for 2 days, mate. Regards to the both of them, Lenny. Yeah, good bloke, Clinton. He's playing good bowls too, but well done to the pair of them, Len. So Chris Monk gets up 21-12 over Brett Merkel in a quality game. And I wonder who we got next. We've got one more game to go, ladies and gentlemen. It's been one heck of a day. And once again, this wonderful event could not be brought to you if it wasn't for the sheer generosity, not generosity, but the sheer great work of Brett Feeney, who got us in touch with Howard Day. Howard's business is for all your computing needs. We thank Howard very much for his time and effort yesterday to get us on the road so we could get our live streaming box back up and live streaming for today. Now, Howard Day can be contacted on 0457 585 540. We thank Howard very much for his great work yesterday to get us up and running. There's still quite a few people here. There's a lot of people inside, so watching from behind that glass there where it's nice and warm, and looking forward to the next game, whoever it may be. It's getting quite cool out there now, so we'll see who they bring up next. But with that, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of our fearless leader, Robbie Allen, myself, Brian Marshall, we'll be back on air very, very shortly. And look at Stevie giving Chrissy a hug there. Says, good on you, Dad. And he's going straight up on the top green to draw another shot. On behalf of Robbie and myself, Brian Marshall, all the very best. And enjoy your bowls. Support your club. We'll be back on air in about 10 minutes, I'd say. Thank you very much.